Introducing Krone's new belt merger, the Swativo. Watch one of the first pilot series machines at work in Italy's Alfalfa fields. The forage harvest begins in mid-May in the region east of Parma in northern Italy. We're with dairy farmer Dante Dallaglio on his farm for the alfalfa harvest. This modern farm specializes in producing a world-renowned hard cheese. In this video, we reveal the surprising connection between cheese production and the new Krone Swativo. Compared with conventional grasses, alfalfa copes better with dry conditions and provides high protein content, which is essential for cheese production. When harvesting the crop, time is of the essence. With the right technology, the yield can be significantly improved, since the protein is found primarily in the tender leaves. A belt merger like the Swativo helps reduce leaf losses and keep the valuable leaves from crumbling. Krone considers the Swativo best for leafy field crops. The belt merger, with a maximum width of 10.4 meters, can be customized to suit specific harvesting conditions and field characteristics. Krone sees advantages in handling uneven ground with the separate pickup units. By reversing the belt directions and using the hydraulically telescoping 4.2 meter wide pickup units, a total of 6 different placement modes can be selected. The Swativo can be controlled via a CCI terminal with an optional joystick via the tractor terminal, or ideally using the auxiliary control on the drive lever. We were also very impressed by the forced steering controls, which make the Swativo highly maneuverable both on the road and in the field, and allow direct headland turning. Dallaglio runs the family farm, now in its 3rd generation, together with his sister Federica. Of the 250 hectares of farmland, 80% is pasture, primarily alfalfa. When it comes to feed production, Dante leaves nothing to chance. Due to the high summer temperatures, field drying times must always be checked on a case-by-case basis, and the entire area is never mowed at once. Dallaglio's business is now almost entirely focused on producing Parmigiano, Reggiano. This world-famous hard cheese may only be produced within a defined geographic area east and southeast of Parma. The regulations for producers are very strict and follow a centuries-old traditional production method. For example, grass or corn silage is prohibited, and additional feed may only be purchased from within the region. The base feed ration is supplemented with cornmeal and minerals, among other nutrients. Annual milk production is approximately 11,000 litres per cow. In 2003, the Dallaglio family decided to start selling their products directly to consumers. All the milk from their 450 cows is processed in their own cheesemaking facility, 365 days a year. 3 employees work at the cheese dairy. Much of the work is done by hand, with the employees producing about 30 wheels of cheese every day. It takes 500 litres of milk to make 1 wheel. After the cheese curd is pressed into moulds, it undergoes a 17-day brine bath to absorb salt. The salt influences the flavour and texture. Apart from a small amount of calf rennet, which causes the milk to curdle, Salt is the only other ingredient in Parmigiano Reggiano. The owner then shows us the treasure vault at the heart of his business. In the climate-controlled room, the cheese wheels, weighing an average of 40 kilograms, are aged for 12 to 30 months. Once a week, each wheel is turned and brushed. However, before the cheese receives its seal and is allowed to be sold as Parmigiano Reggiano, each wheel is carefully inspected. The retail price of a wheel is around €800. Now let's get back to the field. We'll take a closer look at the Swativo. The engineers have continuously improved the crop handling over the approximately 5-year development period. During field tests in Europe and the United States, it was found that adding a star-shaped double rotor, a hold-down bar, and finger plates to the uncontrolled pickup resulted in the feed being thrown onto the belt evenly and without twisting. The angle of the cross-conveyor belts is also designed to be very steep to prevent the crop from being pressed against the rear deflector plates. At 1.2 meters, Krone claims this is the widest belt on the market, which means even large amounts of crop can be mowed efficiently. Maschinenfabrik Bernhard Krone has been represented in Italy by a subsidiary for more than 70 years. Dealers such as Molini Macchina handle sales, service and spare parts supply. In addition to forage harvesting equipment, the large square baler is well established. Molini Macchina alone service an impressive 160 big pack units from its site near Imola. The alfalfa at the Dallaglio dairy farm is ready for baling about 3 days after it is mowed. Many farmers have mechanized their own operations to avoid being dependent on the contractor's schedule during harvest. Vehicles following the belt merger, such as the forage harvester, forage wagon, or as in this case, the large square baler, also benefit from an even swathe. The constant crop flow improves cutting or chopping quality and ensures an even load on the drive units. Alfalfa is a perennial crop that is harvested for 4 to 5 years. It is important that the stubble height does not fall below 8 centimeters during mowing to ensure rapid regrowth. Especially during summer, many farmers in this region irrigate the crop to stabilize yields. The Po Valley is considered Italy's most fertile agricultural region. In addition to grains, many specialty crops like tomatoes and rice are grown here. Italy is currently the largest market for belt mergers in terms of unit sales, but Krone sees greater potential in other countries such as Spain, Czechia and France. In Germany, estimates indicate that approximately 50 units are sold annually across all manufacturers. After the market launch, series production of the Swativo is being gradually ramped up at Krone's main plant in Spelle. To learn more about alfalfa cultivation, check the video description for a link to our installment about visiting a feed drying facility in France.